There was an unfortunate headline that came out about 5 years ago that said NASA study says Antarctica is gaining ice. And it was, you may remember, it was Jay Zwally did this thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I know that very well. That was such an embarrassment, such a bad piece of science.
do you want
Yeah,
to say something about that, or
yeah. Well, that was just it was just obviously scientifically wrong, and I'll tell you why. Lake Vostok is. Are you familiar with Lake
I've
Vostok?
heard of it.
Yeah. So this is it's the largest lake um, in the southern hemisphere. It's really an enormous lake, but it just happens to be covered by ice. The ice is floating on the lake. Okay. Now, um, it's a great test of the accuracy of altimetry that's done from satellites, and that's what this Zwally paper was based on. And what the Zwally paper found was that the snow surface all over Antarctica was rising, and that's why they said, "Oh, Antarctica is growing. That means it's actually, you know, causing sea level to fall instead of rise." The only problem was if you look at their results over Lake Vostok was also rising, and that's impossible because floating ice will always uh, sink deeper if you add more snow to the top of it. That's just Archimedes' principle. You know, there's always going to be 9/10 of the ice, you know, beneath the water and 1/10 above the water, right? I mean, this is common knowledge, and so it was a grotesque error on his part because you know he should have, if it really was you know, extra snow falling on Antarctica, then the surface of Lake Vostok should have been rising at 1/10 the rate of the surrounding areas. Do you see the difference there? Because it's all floating ice, and in fact, what happened was that it was all rising at the same rate, which just means that there's some error in the method, and we know plenty of candidates for that error. He was using a technique that is known to be unreliable, and many people cautioned him against publishing that paper because they knew that it was a very unreliable technique. So, bottom line, that paper has been thoroughly discounted by the scientific community. We don't think about it for a moment anymore.